Now it's time for our next segment,
Things that make you go, So, what are we talking about today, Joe?
Well, this week, something that definitely made you and I
Ooh.
both go,
Ooh! Wakanda forever!
I want your weapons.
How you wanna play?
Your secrets.
Ops on the radar.
It's all mine now.
Black Panther came out this week, the newest film in the Marvel Studios pantheon. It's the 18th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's directed by Ryan Coogler and stars Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, and Andy Serkis, who's absolutely wild in this movie. Maybe a little too over the top. So, Kian,
Yes.
you want to start off by kind of talking us through what the basic idea of the film is?
So the basic idea is the film. We were introduced to Black Panther in Marvel's Civil War, I believe.
Yes.
And this takes place directly after. So in Marvel Civil War, T'Challa, our main character, lost his father T'Chaka, and this takes place directly. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
And this takes place directly after that, showing how T'Challa has to go back to Wakanda and take up the throne, since he now inherits the role of being king and taking up the mantle of the Black Panther.
Perfectly put, Kian. So this movie did freaking gangbusters at the box office.
My God!
Absolutely destroyed all the records. It came out in February, and it's a big blockbuster. The last big blockbuster that came out in the February was Deadpool in 2016. And this absolutely destroyed those records. It's absolutely insane how big this movie is. As of the Wednesday after its release, it was released on the last Friday, and we're recording this on the Wednesday. It has made $462 million worldwide.
They already made their money back.
Wow! So it did very well.
That's
It
an
did
understatement.
very well.
It did phenomenal.
It has a critic score on Rotten Tomatoes of 97%,
That's
which is the
amazing.
highest of any Marvel movie to date, any superhero movie to date, which is absolutely wonderful. It's very cool.
Yeah.
But it broke the records for largest Friday opening weekend, raking in $202 million. Largest winter season opening weekend, raking in the same amount. Largest President's Day opening weekend. All three of those last records, Deadpool was the former holder of the record. But Black Panther absolutely demolished Deadpool.
It was a phenomenal movie, to say the least.
It beat Deadpool by nearly $70 million, which is
God.
and Deadpool did extremely well.
Oh
That was
my
something we
God.
had not seen before when
Yeah.
Deadpool raked in those numbers. But and recently it just broke the Force Awakens record for largest Monday opening, or Monday, yeah. But yeah, absolutely insane. So
What I liked about this movie, hands down, two simple words, okay? Two very simple words.
I'm waiting. What are the simple words?
Two simple words. Michael B. Jordan.
That's three. That's
Michael
three
B.
words. You butchered that. What are you
I
talking
fucked
about?
up so hard.
We're leaving that in. That's staying in the fucking episode.
But no, so honestly, aside from the movie was phenomenal. Aside from everything else, aside from Chadwick Boseman as the Black
love
Panther,
Chadwick. I thought he was
aside from Coogler's phenomenal world building and bringing Wakanda to life, for me the film was made through Eric Killmonger. He was such a realistic villain. And his motivations.
First villain that you gave a shit about in a long time.
Dude, I don't know, like, not even just, like, resonating, just understanding him and, like, just being able to, like...
It's good to be able to see eye to eye with the villain's plan in a movie, and, like, we don't get that too often in superhero
And I
movies.
honestly thought...
It was nice to see.
And I honestly thought he provided an excellent contrast to T'Challa.
Definitely.
Like, he made
and they
him...
both such strong characters
Yeah.
throughout the film. I don't know. I thought Chadwick Boseman was the absolute star of this film. Like, I thought he was fantastic. I see a lot of people praising him, but I don't see enough people praising him.
That's because they're all...
he is fantastic.
They're all hyping over Michael B. Jordan,
Michael B. Jordan's great, though, too. I freaking love Michael B.
Michael,
Jordan.
if you're listening, we'll have you on the show, please.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have to consider it.
Yeah, we'll maybe consider if it... I don't know. We'll have to check our schedules.
No. But I don't know. I really enjoyed this film. Like you said, the world building was fantastic.
Oh my God.
Seeing Wakanda come to life was fantastic. I was a fan of the
Kendrick
Black Panther
Lamar's
comics.
album, too, was phenomenal.
We can talk about that a little bit after, because
Yeah.
I'm down to gush about that.
That was I don't listen to a
absolutely
lot
unreal.
of like rap and R&B, but like that was really good. That was a really well made
dug
album.
the album. I love the album, man. man. There's a lot of like weird, trippy tracks. Like and
Yeah.
a lot of the tracks aren't even in the movie, by the way. Like so you can,
Yeah.
it's like inspired by the movie more so. There's a few tracks I don't really like that too much because I'm not a big fan. Of,
Well,
like, The
every
Weeknd and
album on
stuff
a
like
track's
that.
not going to be gold.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly. But man, like some of the tracks with like Vince Staples and stuff, they
Oh.
are absolutely to die for. Like it's incredible that a superhero movie has a soundtrack produced by Kendrick Lamar.
That's some awesome.
Unreal.
Amazing.
Whose verses on all the tracks are.
Ooh,
Ooh, my ears are tingling.
he knows his way.
He
knows
does.
his way.
He does know his way. But back to the movie.
Yeah.
Did you have any gripes with the movie? Because I know I have.
I
a
only
few.
had two, and
few.
two of the biggest things. The biggest was the action.
Oh,
I honestly, I love the movie. I thought it was amazing, but I thought for a Marvel movie, I thought the action was very lackluster.
Yeah.
I thought the action scenes could have been done a bit better, especially too with just T'Challa's fighting style. You could have went with so many cool, just like hand-to-hand like combat sequences. You know, like look at Daredevil, show on
the
Netflix.
Netflix show.
Has some
Absolutely.
amazing hand-to-hand, some amazing like fight choreography.
Easily the best fight choreography in any like action film I've seen since like The Raid. Have you seen The Raid?
Yeah, yeah. Raid. Oh
Raid
my
is
God,
unreal.
The Raid is
But
phenomenal.
Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because I'm a huge freaking nerd. I'm saying this because legitimately there are one-take fight scenes that you're just like you
How
can't
do you
stop
do-
staring
yeah.
at the screen because it's so like insane and it looks so real and convincing. Like I don't know, this movie
Yeah.
had a lot of like cuts in the action scenes, like, and I don't know. I felt personally in a lot of the scenes, like the heavy action scenes, that it looked a little bit video gamey. You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
The CGI was a little bit dodgy.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. To me, it just I really think with such like with such a different superhero like T'Challa, like with the Black Panther, like there's so many different avenues he could have gone with this fighting style. I mean, you know, he's not Iron Man. You know, we're not having a lot of lasers or a lot of like metal like punches. Where like his fighting style could have been so fluid. I really enjoyed that in Civil
his
War.
fighting style was very fluid.
I thought his fighting style was a lot better in Civil War. He had more of like a.
I thought he was a little bit like more like bulky and kind of like not cat-like. In this movie, he was very cat-like, which was cool. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of my biggest gripe. I'll quickly
yeah.
say mine was the runtime. Boy,
How long?
great
How
movie,
long?
and I didn't think it really dragged at all, like throughout. But man, it's 2 hours and 14 minutes, and the longest Marvel movie I think is 143 minutes. I just checked it. It was Avengers, but that makes sense. That's an ensemble film. This is as well, but not to that extent.
No.
There's not enough.
Was it the first Avengers too?
Yeah, the first Avengers.
So that's understandable too. Why it was so long.
But I don't know, man. Like it was just kind of like I was sitting in the theater and I was like kind of wanting to like check the time. Like I enjoyed the movie, I really did, but the biggest gripe, like I honestly think you could have taken out like 30 minutes of stuff and had it still make sense. There's a lot of like a lot of plot threads that kind of don't matter once they're resolved in the end, and they do add to the character depth and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just felt that it could have been an hour 45 and been the best Marvel movie.
It did
But
drag on.
It did. It's I don't know. I didn't think it really dragged, but like it was just like okay, like it felt like it was two movies in one. By the end of it, I was kind of like, man, like I feel like I've been here for 4 hours. Like I was totally engaged in it the entire time, but I don't know. That was my one gripe, and the video game looking CGI. That's about it.
My second gripe, which I apparently also I just heard too that Donald Glover also helped with the comedy in this movie. He helped touch up the jokes.
I don't know if he helped touch up the jokes, but he definitely looked at the script.
He looked at the script.
Ryan Coogler
I
had him look at the
don't
script, which is
understand
like
this
that-
one joke, which honestly,
Brilliant writer.
the most cringiest joke in this
Yeah.
movie was when Shuri tells they do a "What are those?"
Yeah,
joke.
we can explain this a little bit. So,
Oh my God.
Shuri is Black Panther, T'Challa's little sister, and she's like the smartest person in the Marvel universe, and because she has all this like crazy high tech Wakandan material like vibranium and stuff like that to build technology on.
And she disses a shoe like that
No,
was
and
so
then
lame.
she makes Black Panther a pair of like running shoes. Like they're pretty sweet. There's like a little reference to Back to the Future right before that, and like the Nikes that like kind of tie up like this.
Oh my God.
And then she's like, "What are those?"
I
And you're like,
cringed.
"Oh,
I cringed.
no,
How did all these
Well, Joe
people...
Robert Cole is the other person who wrote
Yeah,
the script.
how did all these guys go through this movie and like not realize, that joke's fine. It's not
You know
gonna come
what,
across as cringy.
It's all right, but like, man, I thought that was super jarring when
Big
they said
X.
that. Like, yeah,
Big X for me.
That was like that one didn't land for sure.
But honestly, that one gripe out of the entire movie is these like a small nitpick.
Oh, it's super small.
The movie was amazing.
One of the better comic book movies to come out as of late. I love that the more progressive cast that it has gone with. I think brilliantly cast.
Everyone was phenomenal.
The one person I wasn't like sold on was Nakia, played by Lupita Nyong'o. I wasn't a big fan of her character, but other than that, I thought the entire cast was pretty spot on. Like, I loved it. Daniel Kaluuya, or Kaluuya, I believe you pronounce it. The guy from Get Out.
Oh, that's right. He was in it too. Yeah,
he was pretty good. The guy who played M'Baku, the man
M'Baku,
ape.
yeah.
He was really sweet too.
that was dope.
Yeah, I love it. But yeah, I like this movie overall. I give it
It's
a
phenomenal.
I give it a score of.
You
should probably go see it.
if you have a chance to go watch this movie, 100% go do it.
Go check it out,
Phenomenal
yeah.
world building. It really makes you believe Wakanda's a real place.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
And I love the whole movement that this film has kind of created.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Like,
100%
everyone's
about
just, like,
representation.
everyone's kind of like patting each other on the back
Yeah.
like we did it. Like, and it's so great. It's so great to
Dude,
see a movie
it's-
that looks like real life. You know
It's
what I mean?
so cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like, when was the last superhero movie that was made with like, I don't know, this many African American actors? Like,
Never is the answer.
the only
Never.
one I can remember, which I wasn't even
The
allowed
last
to watch as a
monumental
kid,
superhero movie like this
was
was
Blade.
Wonder Woman. No,
was Blade.
well, for African American
yeah, it
actors.
was
Yeah.
Blade. I remember as a kid.
But the last like monumental one like this was Wonder
Wonder
Woman
Woman,
last
yeah.
year with like a primarily female cast, which I don't know. We can talk about that another day.
Yeah, we'll
but,
talk about that another day.
Yeah, I enjoyed this film. You should
Yeah.
definitely go check it out. But yeah.
All right, guys, so let us know what you thought about the movie in the comment section below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you guys want Michael B. Jordan on the show?
Do you want him on the show?
If you guys don't want it,
We
we're
can
not
get
going to
him.
have him on.
we can get him on the show.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
totally. Well,
We
our
got
people
the
contact these people.
connections.
Yeah, we got those big Hollywood connections.
Anyway,
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.